Hello everyone. We are going to see what are the conditions that the oscillator circuitry require to satisfy to work as an oscillator. That is called Barkhausen criteria. So let us begin with topic. We know that the oscillator is basically an amplifier which produces output oscillations without any AC input signal, but by using positive feedback. But it is not always required that positive feedback always provide the sustained oscillations or proper oscillations. Oscillations provided by the circuit having fixed frequency and magnitude. We can conduct it, we can produce sine wave or AC signal at the output of oscillators. So oscillators are the basically AC signal generators. We can say that oscillators are basically amplified circuit which use positive feedback, but in order to provide oscillations or sustained oscillations, it is very much important that the amplifier circuit require to satisfy certain criteria, and that criteria is called Barkhausen criteria. So let us understand the Barkhausen criteria in detail. This is the block diagram, and we can come to know that the input signal is 0. And here this mixer is optional because output of this VF is can directly connected to input of amplifier because input signal is 0. This is the amplifier circuit, and there are only two components, that is amplifier and feedback network. The amplifier circuit having gain A, which produces the 180-degree phase shift, and we have 360-degree phase shift. So another 180-degree phase shift will be provided by feedback network. This output of amplifier is having the input for feedback network, and this feedback network is the positive feedback here, which provided the 180-degree phase shift, because total loop gain, total phase shift should be 360. So 180 plus 180, total 360. So input is VO and output is VF. So here VF is the phase inverted version of this input signal. Now let us see the two criteria or two conditions of Barkhausen. Then first one is an oscillator will operate at the frequency for which the total phase shift introduced as measured from the input terminals through the amplifier and feedback network and back again to the input is equal to 0 or 360-degree or an integral multiple of 360-degree. This condition, first condition, indicates that the total phase shift around the loop should be 0, 360 or integral multiple of 360-degree. Next condition, at the oscillator frequency, the magnitude of product of open loop gain, that is A, and feedback gain beta is equal to or greater than unity. Means total loop gain should be greater than or equal to 1. And both the conditions should be satisfied for sustained oscillations. Both the conditions are satisfied at the unique frequency called frequency of oscillations determined by the feedback components. This is the block diagram of oscillator, which having only two components, that is amplifier and feedback network. This is input voltage, and as we know, we are not applying any AC input signal, so Vi equal to 0, and Vf is the output of this positive feedback network, and which is directly connected to input of amplifier. This is output voltage is the phase inverted version of input signal, because this provide amplifier provide the 180-degree phase shift. The feedback network, positive feedback network, having the input from output voltage. So Vf is the output of feedback network voltage, feedback network circuit. So Vf equal to beta Vo, which is directly connected to the amplifier. As you see this diagram, we are not using the AC input signal. Still it is giving the oscillations at the output side. So what is the starting point here? As we know, we are using the different passive components in this oscillator like resistor, capacitor, and each passive component having the free electrons at the room temperature, there is a motion, and due to that motion at the room temperature, there is a noise generated, and that noise will give the starting point for oscillations. This amplifier, there is a 180-degree phase shift. That's why output voltage, output signal is the integral multiple of input signal. Again, this another 180-degree phase shift provided by this feedback network, and total phase shift is 180-degree phase shift. At the output side, there are two signals generated. This is damped signal, and damped means initially the amplitude is high, but as time passes, this amplitude reduces. This is undamped oscillation, which provide the sustained oscillation or fixed frequency and amplitude. But it is not like that every time there is a undamped oscillations. Sometimes there will be a, at the output side, there will be a damped oscillations. As we know, the oscillator generated the different signals, and due to that it is used in various applications like radio receivers for generating the generating the signal with various frequencies. It is used in TV receivers. It is also used in signal generators, which we are using in different laboratories. And as we know, the oscillator output is generated without any input, and all oscillators operated on DC signal. So here the output signal is generated from converted from DC supply. That's why it is used in signal generators, and also it is used in clock generators, which we are using in different logic circuits, and it is also used in phase lock loop. So this is the Barkhausen criteria and oscillator circuit operation. I hope you understand the concept of Barkhausen criteria and working of oscillators. Thank you.